All right, YouTube, this is a battle report. I haven't been up playing in a while, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to play 8th edition. So you guys in for a treat. I decided to go down and play against my friend who hasn't played in a while. And since Ninth Age hasn't come with new rules yet, we decided to go ahead and do a retro battle. His Warriors, Space Chaos Warriors versus Demon Legions. He decided he gets the first turn after I vanguarded up with my hounds. They have Vanguard. I have 2 chariots, the Crusher Bus, Chaos Lord on Dragon, 2 Chimera. We were playing 3,000 points. Over here, I moved up I think it was a hound unit. He charged in with his Furies. They killed the hounds. They overran. I think the hounds probably fled or something like that. They overran over into the trees there. Over here, he kills one of my chariots by causing it to flee, and it bounces through a unit and then runs off the table. I have a unit of 5 fallen there. They're just waiting. He brings forward one of his Nurgle, Beast of Nurgle. Those things are annoying. I hate them things. And this is all before turn 1. I still have a chariot there waiting. In my turn, I decided to move my Chaos Lord with Dragon to the flank over here with the Chimera. He's going to have to make a decision on what he's going to shoot at with that cannon. And since the cannon has flaming, it's most likely he's going to shoot that at the Chimera. I would have tried to shoot it at the Lord, but either way, it would work in his benefit. Because if he shoot the Lord and kills the Lord, then the Chimera would flee automatically. Over here, I still have a chariot, another Chimera there. I want to box him in. Something's going to break over there on this other side. This side looks bad. I moved the Fallen up here to try to slow him down, and I threw another Fallen unit into his spawn there, his Nurgle Beast. He's measuring out to see if he's gonna have range, so he knows he's gonna have to deal with that Chimera. I believe here he tried to charge his Crusher unit, and the Chimera ran away. He's been rolling really hot with his charges. They decided to redirect into the Sorcerer, which I threw out there as bait. To me, Sorcerers are almost useless. And have always been. And over here in close combat with the Nurgle Beast, these Fallen are holding their own. They take a wound, and then they hold there. He throws his Furies out in front of the Crusher Bus. This is how you take down the Crusher Bus, because just like in Ninth Age, Warriors do not have really anything they can deal with Shaft with. They have more tools, but my tool is actually in close combat, and he can't use magic missiles. He decides to kill the I think he kills the Chimera with Infernal Gateway, and he fires a cannon and hits the Chimera and kills the Chimera with the cannon. Over here, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to throw my barbarians into that Fury unit, and when I hit the Fury unit, they're going to have to condense onto me, and then I'll have open charge lane. Over here in close combat, the Fallen die, of course, to the Bloodletters, and the Bloodletters run forward because they're frenzied. He moves his Demon Prince, like his Greater Demon, over to my flank. Yeah, I already know that. I've already seen this happen before. This is not looking good. My general's there in the middle. We're playing Blood and Glory, so this is going to be a quick game now. It's sped up really fast. A lot of people want to say that games in 8th edition took a long time. They don't. This game is moving at a pretty good click. Especially if you have something to know what they're doing. Okay, I moved my barbarians in there. They crunch up. The Crushers move in on their target. I hope I can do enough damage to actually pop this unit. if I get lucky and he rolls badly. The dragon charges those his guys over here. I don't worry about the dragon. He has an ability where you have to take a leadership test, and if you fail the leadership test, you can't attack. And he ended up failing his leadership test and ended up killing his champion, which I had to challenge. The Furious died to the barbarians, and then in his turn he retorts and charges the flank of my Crusher Bus with his Greater Demon, and that's going to be a wrap pretty much. I'm thinking he's going to do at least 9 wounds, and I'm possibly can do 5, and then I might have 4, but then I didn't count the ranks, and so this is looking really bad. I'm going to need Insane Courage at best. So yeah. This is pretty much the game closer. We're playing Blood and Glory, so once he breaks this unit, the game is going to be over. In this close combat, the Dragon Lord ends up killing this unit, popping it, and then refacing to face down these magic users over here in the conclave of flamers. Over here in this close combat, he actually was able to charge in his plague guys in there, plague beast in there as well into the close combat. He challenged my champion. My champion challenges. My champion has to go into the plague beast because they accepted the challenge. Over here, the Greater Demon did about 5 or 6 wounds. It really wasn't 9 as I thought, but it was still enough for combat resolution to break the unit. They ended up fleeing and getting away. These guys are still locked in the close combat, and that's pretty much game right there. It was still fun. I mean, even though I lost, it was still fun. I mean, yeah, for people who say that that you don't that the game would be boring and all this other nonsense. Just building the list excited me. It was like putting on a warm blanket. And the magic items were so rich with just different things you could do. I mean, it wasn't bland at all. And I ended up trying a list that I really had never tried before. It was fun. This idea that it would be boring and bland and you would run out of ideas. I mean, those army books had tons of magic items in there, and I've probably used only about 25% of the items in those books. And the combinations. So the idea that you would run out of ideas in any of the army books, including the old ones that haven't been redone in years, is ridiculous. I mean, even the old ones, I see people play with the same types of builds over and over and over again, even though they have a myriad of different items that probably have different effects they probably hadn't taken into account before. I truly believe that if Ninth Age wants to survive, they're gonna have to put more sugar into the pot. It's gonna have to stop being like fat-free chips, and I want Doritos. Okay, that's what people want. People want Doritos. They don't want kettle corn chips. Okay, these things are bland as I don't know what. And like I've said before, it's bland. It leaves you with diarrhea. But the only reason why you're eating it is because your friends want you to eat it, and you don't really want to eat it. You want to get Doritos. You know what I mean? He's on this fat-free trip, and you're just like, no, I want Doritos. But you don't want to tell your friend because you don't want to be an asshole. So what people really want is Doritos, meaning they want something that's going to be rich with lore, rich with items that they can use, and the fact that you don't have any rule, you don't have any rule book or any any kind of mechanism where you're trying to make money off of it means that you can go all out, you can do whatever you want, and be as creative as you want. And as it stood right now, we haven't been creative. We need to get that creativity back into the game. Otherwise, there's going to be people that continue to leave for games like AOS and games like Kings of War. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you might be doing well in Europe, but that's your bubble. Inside your bubble, you're awesome. But outside your bubble, it's like hellfire and brimstone out here. Hit the like button. Yeah. And people out there, I implore you, go play an 8th edition game. And then, go through the list building process and all that. Get a buddy, play an 8th edition game. Just to get out of the box for a little bit. So then you can come back. Maybe the people that that are dealing with 9th Age can do that. Just play one game. See how you feel after that. And then come back fresh with a new outlook on 9th Age, because somewhere something got lost in translation. Okay? That's all I got to say. Thumbs up or thumbs down. If you enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it, doesn't matter.